You're watching the Insert Name Here show, and today we're live from Oz Comic Con. We got a very special guest today, Tristan Jones.
What the badge says. I think, yeah, we go, special guest.
Look at that, you made it. Now, Tristan, I gotta say, every time I see you, you're turning more into, John Oates every time I see you. Is that deliberate?
It's something different every time. I got told that Kings of Leon were playing, down the road, and I should be over there. And someone said it was unfortunate timing to be looking like a Confederate general, but I didn't intend any of that.
Between Kings of Leon and Hall & Oates, which would you prefer?
Hall & Oates.
What's your favourite Hall & Oates single?
Oh, Jesus. It's like asking for what's a favourite child.
Well, I'll throw it out there.
Most listened.
Kiss on the List is my favourite.
She's Gone.
That's a very good, very good choice.
Have you seen the music video?
I have not.
Check that out, because that is some otherworld right there.
Well, I should warn you, this is a family-friendly show.
Okay,
so,
sorry, maybe...
We'll bleep it out, don't worry about that. I think you've single-handedly bumped up the viewers.
Just how excited I get by Hall & Oates.
And we
can't control myself.
Oh, yes.
I actually saw them last year with my mother and brother in the planarium just over there, so good venue, good show.
Wow, and...
Good act.
I'm guessing you weren't the youngest person there, were you?
No, I wasn't actually. I was kind of surprised.
Wow.
It was a really interesting mix of... I think it's kind of like people like me whose parents, or one of their parents, kind of was into it then. And because they were listening to it then, by...
They transferred the love to you.
Yeah, well, exactly. You kind of grow up with certain music. So I really love like Motown and all this sort of stuff. And that
Blue-eyed pop, I think, is the genre.
Oh, right. There we go. I'll have to remember that.
Well, Tristan, I'd love to talk to you more about Hall & Oates, but we're
I'll
at Oz Comic Con.
Yeah.
We're at Oz Comic Con. You were formerly a writer. Now you're an artist.
Yep.
I mean, that's you're living the dream.
I say illustrator because it's a little different. I think there are guys like there's art out there, but I don't like saying I'm an artist around certain people.
So why who are these people you don't like to say you're an artist?
I think I think that I am much better at telling a story visually than I am at actual art. I think there's a difference between the two. There's there's a shorthand to telling stories that I'm not even good at. Like, I take a long time to draw, but I wouldn't necessarily call what I do art. There is an art to it, and if you want to really sort of split hairs about it, I guess it is art. But I kind of prefer to look at it as it's storytelling, and I mean all artists, illustrators, creators, their own worst enemy. See, like Jason Palmer over there, like I'd say, he's an artist. There are plenty of guys over here. I think everyone in their own right.
He might call himself an illustrator. We don't know, do we?
Maybe that's true, but like, I kind of like to think that I'm better at telling a story visually than. I think the story that is in the comic I can tell better visually than the art itself actually is, if that makes sense. The overall visual, when it comes with the dialogue balloons and the special effects and the page layouts and everything else, when it's all kind of come together, I think I'm better at doing that than I am at actual the technical art of illustrating. So that's kind of why I don't like leaning in that direction. When
you do your tax return, you put illustrator on the thing?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Very good.
Each time.
Well, we've seen you on Furiosa.
Yeah, that would have just hit shops, I guess, a week ago.
You're a big fan of Mad Max, right? I mean, you blew up on social media about how much you loved it. Yeah,
well, it's one of those things, like when you're a kid kind of growing up anywhere, so I guess post-82, even 80, I think, you kind of, you grow up with things like Predator, Aliens, True Lies, Die Hard. Mad Max is kind of right in there with that kind of 80s genre of...
but I feel in that list we should be naming more Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren movies, I think we might have insulted some of our fans by not mentioning...
let's be honest, if you're
Cyborg,
in there...
Cyborg.
No, come on.
Cyborg's a remake.
That is true, that's true, yeah. But let's be honest, I mean, your first Dolph Lundgren movie was either Rocky 5...
Rocky 4.
No, sorry, Rocky 4. Rocky 4. Rocky 5. I should have. See, I technically broke that one from my memory, so the last one in that original trilogy, I can't even count right anymore. I'm pretty hopped up on Nurofen and Barocca right now.
It's pretty late in the day, so we will give you a pass.
Yeah.
We will give you a pass.
So you either saw him kill Apollo Creed, I can get that right.
Don't worry, we'll insert the spoiler alert warning in there as well. So
Happens in the first scene of that movie, so it's not a spoiler. And it's 20 years on, 30 years on. Spoiler warnings don't exist after that.
Some people are very touchy about those sort of things.
Expiration date on spoiler warnings.
Well, speaking of spoiler warnings, is the feral kid Mad Max? That's a theory I keep hearing.
It's a theory. No.
What do you think about that?
I don't think it's true.
No.
No. In my mind, and having spoken to George and a lot of other people involved in that film, the Tom Hardy Max is the Mel Max. But the good thing about this now is that if they wanted to, they could tell Old Man Max and get Mel back.
Old Man Max, yep.
Or they could tell Young Max stories with Tom Hardy. And now there's talk of like the Furiosa film, so this universe is cracked wide open again. So, you know, they're in a pretty good spot right now for telling stories.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's getting nothing but great press and...
justifiably so.
Justifiably so. So we've seen you in Furiosa. Now, you're a little bit coy. You didn't really want to tell me what you were doing next.
Yeah.
I'm not going to probe too much, but I just want to know, is it Transformers?
No. I drew this. This is the only time, this is the first and last time I will ever draw a Transformer. God bless the people who draw those things month after month. And I get that certain people are trained, they like drawing certain things more often than anything else, but that wasn't fun. I mean, it was fun, but yeah, it was complex. Well, and for anyone who says Transformers are just boxes,
well, no, but
you are so wrong.
Just remember, it's a family-friendly show, so we'll just leave it at that. I think
they're wrong. They're not just boxes. They are so much more than just drawing boxes.
Well, Tristan, we want to wrap this up soon. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, and before the painkillers wear off.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Where can we catch you? You're on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter. It's at T-Rex Jones. I'm on Instagram at tyrannojones. Usually it's some kind of variation of Tyrannosaurus and Jones, but you just Google Tristan Jones comics and everything pops up.
Are you not worried now with Jurassic World and there's going to be some sort of overlap? Is that going to...
No, because like all my creator-owned books that I want to do involve dinosaurs, so bring it on.
Very good, very good. Well, Tristan, thanks again.
No worries.
And,
good to see you again.
Good to see you. And we have this little gimmick when we finish our show. So can I just get you to look into the camera and say...
You're watching the Insert Your Name Here show.
Whoa, that's right again. You're watching the Insert Name Here.
You're watching the Insert Name Here show.
We get that name mixed up so hard. I don't know what's the problem with that, but...
the painkillers are wearing off. That's what's happening.
Well, it looks like late night drinks isn't going to happen, huh?
Oh no, certainly not.
Thanks again, Tristan. Well, guys, keep watching. We have more stuff to come from Oz Comic Con.
Woo!